Then we can ask Dirk to do it.
Yeah, let's contact my dad.
We can work out the details later. Right now, I'm going to program this place to self-destruct. Ready?
You really are violent, aren't you?
If we're going to strike them, it should be thorough and decisive.
Rain?
Remember, Genis, we're not like them. We're different. I've set the self-destruct timer for 10 minutes. Let's hurry and evacuate.
I must inform Forcistus while I can.
I have a slight problem with you contacting Lord Forcistus. He'd realize what I'm trying to do.
Rodile! You deceived me! There was no order to eliminate the Chosen, was there?
Collecting gold for me, attempting to eliminate the Chosen for me? You've been quite useful, Magnus. Farewell! I hope you enjoy the afterlife!
Damn it! Lord Yggdrasil! Glory to the coming age of half-elves!
It's a wash tub?
Yup, it's a wash tub.
Wash tubs.
Wow, this looks like it'll be fun.
I'm going to wait here. Go on ahead without me.
What's wrong, Professor Sage?
Nothing. I'm not getting in that thing.
It looks fun! Come on, let's get in! Yeah, Rain! Ah!
Professor Sage, are you afraid of water or something?
I was just starting to say, this should be fun.
Sure.
You're in for a world of hurt.
All right.
Not much of a specimen.
Demon Blade!
Hunting beast! Like that? All right.
Not much of a specimen.
Light Spear!
Was that a bit too much?
You're in for a world of hurt.
Light Spear!
How do you like that?
I was just warming up. This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Power Seal!
Fierce Demon Fang!
Like that?
Fire Side Tempest!
Demon never stood a chance.
Not much of a specimen.
This can't be good. Messed up.
Are you okay? Watch out for the spell.
Fierce Demon Fang!
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Not much of a specimen.
Please. Double Demon Fang!
Like that?
Sonic sword blade!
This can't be good.
Fierce demon light! Photon!
All right.
Don't get too comfortable.
No fierce demon blade! Photon! Fire seal! Are you okay?
Hurricane thrust.
How do you like that?
Blame your fate.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Light speed.
Photon!
Like that?
Sonic sword blade!
That's it? I was just getting started.
This is gonna be a piece of
This can't be good.
cake.
Photon!
Light spear. Demon flight. Blame your fate.
Don't worry, leave it to me.
No way!
Sword blade! Fire seal! Photon! Hammer!
Here we go!
Sonic sword blade! Power seal! No way! Help is on the way! Nurse! I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
Pretty good.
Are you okay? First aid! Angel feathers! Sonic sword blade!
This can't be good.
Great rush! Help! I'm the rush seal! No way! Nurse!
All right.
「 Pact! Pact!
I must admit, I'm interested as well.
A summoning pact.
It's easy for you to say. I might fail, you know.
You'll do fine. I mean, I don't really know how it works, but...
Lloyd's right. If anyone can do it, you can, Sheena.
You don't even know anything about it. Fine, I'll do it. But don't blame me if something goes wrong and you get hurt.
You who possess the right of the pact. I am one who is bound to Mythos. What is your name?
Mythos? The hero of the Karlon War?
Not only was Mythos a swordsman, he had the ability to summon as well?
Mythos is a common boy's name. It's not necessarily Mythos the hero.
I am Sheena. I seek a pact with Undine.
As things stand now, I cannot.
Why?
I am already bound by a pact. I cannot form two pacts at the same time.
You mean your pact with that Mythos guy? What am I supposed to do now? They never said anything about this at the Research Institute.
What should we do, Lloyd?
Well, can't you just get her to cancel the old pact?
How? We don't even have any idea where this Mythos person is.
A summon spirit pact requires a vow. As long as the pact maker upholds that vow, the pact remains valid.
That is correct.
I know about that. The summoned spirit approves the pact maker's vow and agrees to the pact.
Exactly. Therefore, all you need to do is follow Lloyd's advice and request the annulment of the previous pact. And form a new one. It's possible the previous pact maker has broken his vow. Or he may have already passed away.
Is it really that simple?
I suppose you could call it simple. But if the previous pact maker is still alive and hasn't broken his vow, then there's nothing